You're what up? Doing something different today. Who knows? It might be a shitty market, so I might not even post the video. But I'm gonna be doing a live trade recap. Let me open that leg up. I'm doing a live trading recap, and I'm gonna see what price is giving me. So let me turn off the camera and get right into what we see so far. So as of right now, let me just turn on our session highs. So you know when London session open. We're on the 5 minute. London session opens. We'll go to the 15-minute time frame, even better. London session opens right here, 2:30 a.m. What do? We end up sweeping out highs, so we ended up getting manipulation, and we ended up getting a little bit of a reversal. Ideally, I think we open into New York session, um, and we manipulate highs, and then we continue lower. I believe. I think it's either going to be that, or we get this previous session manipulation, and then we get the New York reversal, and it fucking just rips lower, and then goes higher. So it's one of the two. But as of right now, from what I can tell, we manipulated this 1 hour high, and immediately after we manipulated that, we ended up getting a reversal. So we even go to the 5 minute. We started trending down after we stopped that high. These red lines I have marked out are um, bullish equal highs, and then we have bearish equal lows down here. Just stuff to mark out. Ideally, though, we go to the 1 hour. Let's turn off this. We have highs all the way up here. We also have a high right here that is probably going to be a pre-market sweep. Market doesn't open for 2 more minutes, so we'll probably sweep that. We have lows right here. We have a low down here and a fair value gap down here, 1 hour fair value gap. So we'll see what market wants to do. I mean, could consider this a low. Because that's running an uptrend. It's a down candle. I mean, it's indecision, but down candle, up candle. I think it sweeps that out. Let's go to my watch list. Let's go over to ES. I mean, ES, same thing. We have highs up here that have not got swept. We have a high up here that has not got swept. We have equal highs right here. This is equal. Equal highs. I feel like that's wrong because I feel like you'd mark that one up first. But highs all the way up here. Let's look at our lows now. We have up candle, down candle, up candle. If we're in an uptrend, we're looking at the lows. That's a low. Down candle, up candle. Low right here. No fair value gaps that I'm seeing in here. No high time imbalances. We have this one that we filled and then we rejected out of and we pushed higher. Actually, now that I see that, we're going to open up both charts. Turn this shit off on Nas. I'm just seeing if we had an S&T the other day. What time was this at? That was at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. No way. This might have been like a 1 hour SMT. Because on here, on ES, we went lower. We took out that fair value gap. But at NQ, we did not. Then NQ probably gave us a look. If we look at 10 a.m., we go to 5 minute. Let's just look here. We're in a downtrend. We're looking at the highs. We break structure. We have a fair. Oh, yo. This is. Damn, I didn't even see this yesterday. We go to the 5 minute. 5 minute fair value gap right here that we end up tapping back into. And we inverse that actually, but I don't know. I don't know if I like that setup. Either way, we have a gap down here on the 1 hour on ES that has only been filled, but we'll see if it wants to inverse this. If it inverses that, I'm assuming it goes for these lows. But then here too, ES might want to come down and target this 1 hour. And market's open now, so we'll see what it wants to do. We have this gap right here. We'll spread out over here. We move this up here. there. I don't know why it's doing that bullshit. Low right here. We swept up there. NQ has not gone for that high that we made. Up here it's not swept nothing. So we'll actually go to this. Up candle, down candle, high. 1 hour high. Up candle, down candle, or it already got swept. Would that be an S&T? Hold up. Alright, we can get rid of this whole thing. We can go back to the one. Yes, we can get rid of my equal highs and lows right now. So yeah, like I said, we'll see what market does. I think it's going to manipulate highs and then trend lower. I think we have highs right here that I think it's going to want to go sweep out. And then we're actually, because we already got somewhat of the reversal, but with new money coming in the market, ideally we'll want to see market manipulate some type of liquidity, drawn liquidity. I think it manipulates these highs and then it continues lower and we go lower for the day. But we'll see. News today, all we have is unemployment claims at 7:30, and that was right here. Not a super drastic candle, nothing crazy. So market's still playing out. We'll see exactly what this does, but yeah, ES. Right now I'm wanting to see it take out those highs. NQ already fucking dead. That's literally an S&T, is it not? Let's just mark this out. Hold up. We have that right there. We'll go to the 5 minute actually. They're right there in the 5 minute. We go down to ES. Holy fuck, we got an S&T off the bat. No, we did not. ES never swept. ES is our lead pair. Honestly, I'd like to see a 5 minute break of structure. We had a 1 hour sweep on NQ. Holy fuck, there's no way. I was literally just watching a YouTube video on SMTs. SMT divergence. No fucking way. NQ sweeps highs. ES does not. ES is our lead pair. We want to see ES give us, hold on, let me go to my notes. I believe a break of structure. And we were bearish in general, and we already swept. So ideally, I want to see a break of structure. What would be a break of structure to the downside? We'll look at our lows. This is our most recent low. If we break structure on this low, I'm pretty confident in this setup. Added some text. Could I do this? Break a structure. I mean, that's kind of stupid looking. Look at that shit. It'd be your 5 minute break of structure, and ideally, all right. So, see, is looking for a bearish example in my notes. Say we make a high and then Nasdaq makes a higher high, right? As we were assuming, yeah, Nasdaq did make the higher high. That Nasdaq is an uptrend, but let's say we are coming into a potential drawn liquidity, so we were sweeping highs, and then let's say ES we make a lower high. We make a lower high, so there's a lower high on ES and a higher high on Nasdaq, and Nasdaq is sweeping liquidity. Let's say ES moves down even more, so okay. Does this when we make a lower high and continues lower, we're coming into this liquidity, so we can see and we can know that Nasdaq is the lagging index. So in that case, it's continuing the uptrend that was being made on whatever time frame, whether it was 15 minute to 5 minute, 1 hour, and the 4 hour S&T. I have it on every time frame. So ES makes a lower high and goes down, but on Nasdaq we see that it makes a higher high. So we can identify that, hey, Nasdaq is the lagging index. Oh, Nasdaq's the lagging index because ES is already continuing down. And we see is it's now breaking structure. It's going lower and starting to form a downtrend. So obviously we want to see ES break structure at this point. Maybe give us a better break of structure. We'll see. Hey, Nasdaq is the lagging index, and we see ES is now breaking structure. It's going lower and starting to form a downtrend while Nasdaq is still forming bull structure. But we know that won't last for long because we know that ES is already going down off of that liquidity sweep. So with that in mind, well, in this aspect, it'd be Nasdaq is going down because of liquidity sweep. We can go into Nasdaq and start looking for entry. I mean, we could get an entry on either, but ideally, holy fuck. He already gave us a break of structure. He already gave us a break of structure. Because look at this though. Alright, this would have been the break of structure, 5 minute. Let's go and rescale down into the lower time frames. We have a fair value gap here. We might get a continuation off of, which we're respecting it right now. We're not filling orders within that. I'm going to do really light risk on this setup real quick. Ideally, I don't want to make sure it doesn't fill in orders within this gap, actually, like whatsoever. If I can, because look how close this is actually. This drawn liquidity. This could be a really quick setup. Wow, this is fucking really exciting. We're respecting the gap though. Do we have a 5 minute gap as well? Not yet. We have 2 minutes till that. Ideally, I mean, even ES. Oh no, ES. We're looking at a 5 minute. We want a 5 minute break. It's all the way up here. Is it going to break that 5 minute? Nah. Ideally, if NQ pushes past on the gap, then yeah, fills it, and we're respecting it, and we're trending lower. I could have probably entered in off of that, but let's even just mark that up to see what the RR would have been if I would have entered in on the close. Stops above highs, stops above the gap. I do not like that risk to reward at all. Do not like that risk to reward at all. 1 to 1, I'm good on that. Risk 100 to lose 100, right? That's really fucking cool though. Literally, I was literally watching an SMT video this morning. I was like, I'll just watch some SMT videos for some deep work. I've been up since 4:50. Look at that fucking shit. ES comes up and makes a lower low, and NQ comes up and makes a higher high. And what does that lead to? This fucking downtrend, because NQ swept. Therefore, ES does not have to fucking sweep. Okay, bro, what the hell? ES does not have to sweep. Oh, shit. But on ES, I think we come back up into this. I'd like to fill in gaps with it. I'd like to come back up into this gap high up here. Where it can give me a 1 minute inverse, a retrace, break a structure on the 1 minute, and then I could enter in for shorts down to the smaller time frames. But yeah, I changed my long positions and everything. I just think it's more like PB tradings. It just looks really clean. Especially if I put it like on here. It's just so sexy. I'm really liking my chart colors. But yeah, wow, right off the fucking bat. Oh, wow. Right off the fucking bat. Now we're getting some consolidation, but ideally I think we go down and break structure at that point. And if we break structure all the way down there, I'm assuming, oof. But that is a really low break of structure on ES that we might have. I mean, right here would have been your break of structure. Yes, it would have been. Holy fuck. That's 5 minute. What am I talking about? Yeah. And the 5 minute on ES, break of structure is not till right there. We want a 5 minute break of structure, not a 1 minute right now after we got the SMT. I think you could go for a 1 minute break of structure after you get the sweep on the 1 hour, 5 minute SMT, bearish SMT. You probably could get a 1 minute break of structure and then wait for a continuation confluence, but let's just even look right here. Oh, wow. And would you look at fucking that? We have a 5 minute gap that ideally I'd like to see price come back into before it continues lower. ES is going to give us that 5 minute break here. I have a feeling of it. ES gives us that break. I'd like to, before I even see that, I'd like to see NQ come up. I mean, NQ gave us the fucking 5 minute break and a retrace. So let's go into the 2 minute. Yeah, ideally I'd like to see price come at least into here. Up into this range. Let's see if we're in equilibrium as well. Mark out. Let's go to the 5 minute. Oh, we'll go to the 2 minute actually. Price hasn't been moving much. market from the high down to the low. Yeah, ideally I'd like to see price come up into here and then into discounted price and then continue lower, but it's looking like it might want to just go and sweep out those lows. I'm not going to chase anything. I might have some FOMO, but nothing crazy. Wow, that's fucking beautiful. Yeah, we are in premium price right now. I'd like to see price come back to this 0.5 level for a discount and then give me inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute or 2 minute and then a retrace back up to then give me my 1 minute or 2 minute breaker structure. Stops above highs, take profits down to this. Oh, I mean, we can even then go over here, take profits probably down to, if we come all the way back up here, take profits here, otherwise at the 1 hour low or even lower. We'll see. We will see. I'm not going to chase price right now, but that's ideally what I want to see. I mean, and that's the thing too right now. ES has no gap on the 5 minute, no 5 minute fair value gap to retrace back into. So I don't know if that's why we're getting this consolidation right now. As you can see, we got a doji. But NQ does have the gap. NQ has the gap, and that's what we're fucking looking to get in on. Because I'm not entering in fucking right here just to go all the way to here, right? Ideally, I'd like to go lower. That's so fucking dope. Oh my gosh. But yeah. I usually never record live trades, but I'm honestly thinking about doing it because then I also have my thought process. The only sucky part is if it's a fucking 2 hour long video. I mean, oh, that's gonna be ass. Good thing I don't fucking edit. I just pay an editor. Oh shit, I should probably get some caffeine going. I forgot I was gonna put that in at like 8. It's fucking 8:40. Yeah, price I would like to see come into this 5 minute gap. Into my discounted price. Obviously, it's only 2 minute equilibrium. You can find equilibrium every time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour and just see if we have anything to do with equilibrium. That's disgusting. Ugh. Could you even mark up EQ on this? Down to here. Yeah, price would have to come to that gap. And we're consolidating right now, which is perfectly fine. So I'll have some like fucking, I don't record it because I'll either be listening to some house music or I'm cooking food or my girlfriend calls me. It's one of the three. Damn, bro. Yeah, as you can see, trading's not really that exciting. It's boring, but if you love the fucking craft, it's exciting. It's just patience, really, at the end of the day. All right. That's so fucking cool that SMT was right here. With what? SMT. Should I leave it in blue? I feel like it should be a different color. What about purple? Purple's fire for the SMTs. Purple is so fire for that, actually. How do I want to keep it purple? SMT. I think they're two different shades, and they're saying the same shade of purple. Yeah, ideally not looking good for a retracement. Did I miss a retracement on NQ for anything? We never filled in orders. It's respecting the gap, but orders are not filled. And ideally, I think before we even come down to this, obviously there's potential for us to come here and then come, into this gap, and then if we're in equilibrium, it's above the 0.5 level, we're in discounted price, then I'd like to see an inverse fair value gap, a little retrace, break a structure, enter in, stops at the high, And then, like, even if we got something like that, obviously it would look a little bit different. But let's say we entered in, like, right here. Stops at the high. Target this, which is looking like it's about to get hit. That'd be like a 1-3. And it's looking like it's about to sweep that liquidity. It hurts, man. It hurts where when you know where price wants to go. And I even called it out. Like, daily bias was literally, we had London session. Yeah, oh wow, it's rejecting really hard off of that. Did ES sweep? No, ES is consolidated. But I mean, London session, we had manipulation coming up to these highs, sweeping out these highs. We had a reversal, little manipulation coming into the market, and then we ended up getting our continuation of that reversal. So bias is correct, which is really cool. I'm gonna get rid of this, all this drawn shit. Yeah, there we go. Man, that'd be nice if we get a 1-3, but we got to get a retrace on this. I still think we want to go lower. There's no way we don't sweep out those highs. Consolidation all between here too. On the 2 minute to 5 minutes, just gross. We had a big move down New York Open. We had a doji, and it's looking like it's gonna be a fucking doji on this one, but we got a bit. Other shitty part is on why I don't stream these is because I always have to take a shit from my caffeine, or just because I already ate. And like, I had eggs, squash those up, put some cottage cheese in there and some regular cheese, like a shredded cheddar mix or some shit. And I had some rice on top of that. And we are about to sweep. Yep, we swept. Damn. Alright. I'm gonna go take a shit. Well, this is my thing. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. I want to go to this. Yeah, we just swept that low. Most likely going lower. ES. It's consolidating like a motherfucker. I'm gonna get rid of that breaker structure. ES has still not swept. We had 10 minutes on the 1 hour, so we could get a bullish SMT, meaning NQ over here makes a lower low from this point, from this liquidity sweep. ES does not make that lower low. And ES makes a lower high. Or higher low. Either way, I don't think ES sweeps this out, to be honest. It could, but if it doesn't, I'm thinking, well, yeah, we'll probably go buy side. I mean, right now, NASDAQ is manipulating lows. It's already swept out this low. Swept out this buy side liquidity London session, and then we just swept out this low at New York. Obviously, probably going to sweep out this low. It would be fire if we could come down in here too, fill in this, and then reject out. I'm going to go take a shit. I'll be back. Oh. I'm back. I am back. Alright. Still nothing with these lows down here. Could I get rid of a few lines? I'm gonna keep that up there right now. Yeah, honestly, we have 8 minutes on the 1 hour candle close and the 4 hour. But ideally, I don't think we could get a 4 hour. No, we don't. It'll probably most likely be a 1 hour. Higher time frames hold more power. So ideally, with just what market's giving me, obviously I react. I don't predict. I think market is on NQ going to sweep out this low, or in general already swept this low. In ES has still yet to sweep this low. Let's just say this is 4 a.m. What time was this one? 4 a.m. We possibly could be getting a fucking SMT, a bullish SMT. So from this in the 1 hour, to this, we could be getting. We'll see though. That's the fucking really cool part about. I mean, I'm hoping I got the SMTs right today. If these are SMTs, and then they are, that's crazy. You get 2 SMTs right off the fucking bat, in like the first 30 minutes of price action. Because we had a bearish SMT right here, SMT divergence. Oh my gosh, look at that fucking move. ES has to follow suit here soon, right? Yep, and here we go. Wow. Fucking wow. Holy shit, did I miss entry or what? That just came fucking pushing down. Just swept out pro. Now it's rejecting. There's no fair value gaps that's rejecting off of in between here. I think it's just the sell side liquidity sweep. Wow, is that fucking insane. Your boy predicted this shit this morning. Literally, because we had the London session manipulation of buy side liquidity up here. And then we ended up getting our reversal. Market opens, and we get our continuation. Wow, is that fucking nuts. And obviously, before we got the manipulation downside, we had to manipulate highs. So we swept buy side liquidity, and then we pushed for that reversal. My buddy Devin's really going to like this video. Bro, Devin, watch the daily bias video. I've been telling you to watch. Watch that shit. Take some great notes on it. Ask me questions. That's literally how I had this obviously no trade, but perfect prediction on this today. Perfect prediction. And I mean, bro, that's so cooked. I'm assuming if TJR traded, he just got in on some crazy fucking entry. But for me, I saw no 5 minute, no 2 minute. Like, the fair value gap was not fucking filled whatsoever. Maybe it was, but even on the 1 minute. No, bro. Like, it's not ideal. I saw no continuation confluence, no confirmation other than the break of structure. Wow, that's really fucking insane to me. Already 28 minutes into this fucking video. Damn. Yeah, this is nuts. We're most likely, ES, tell me ES doesn't just go down and sweep now. So I like a bullish SMT, and I like a reason to go buy side, actually. Quite honestly, I'd like a reason to go buy side. That would be so ideal. Because I got nothing on the lows, but I knew where market wanted to go. That was my daily bias, was bearish initially, but it's still early in the day. We still have an hour and a half on these markets. So these videos could be pretty long if I live trade them. But we could be seeing some buy side liquidity get swept. Because now we got, it's not much, but we got a high right here that we can come into. We have a gap right here that we could come back to in between here, a high up here, a high up here. And we also have the high all the way up here, but market could just continue down the rest of the day, but ideally I think it's going to want to manipulate a little bit more. We're still really early into the morning. We could get some consolidation because we don't have any news. We have natural gas storage yellow folders at 9:30, but yellow folders are nothing. 10 to 15th, what the fuck does that mean? New loans? What the fuck does 10 to 15th mean? Oh, that's got to be like literally through the 10th today all the way to the 15th. That was stupid of me. I've never seen that. Never ever. This 1 hour is going to close in 4 minutes. Yeah. And as of right now, ES has not swept any lows, and Q has. That looks like it's going to be a 1 hour bullish SMT. If we get the 1 hour bullish SMT, I'm lauding that bitch, most likely. I'm lauding that bitch. I'm going to wait for either a 5-minute break of structure and then either just a 1-minute retrace, 2-minute retrace. What the fuck did I just do? I just fucked up the screen. There we go. Alright. Turn my monitor off on accident. Okay. Yeah, we could be getting some buy side swept here pretty soon. We got 2 minutes on that. That's so fucking crazy to me. Dude, that's such a crazy move off the SMT. What is it even in here? Holy fuck. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You go to the 1 minute, just look how it looks in the 1 minute. Oh my gosh, is that beautiful. Wow, is that fucking crazy. We have a lot of shit I feel like we can go and sweep out. 2 minutes left on the 1 hour close, 2 minutes to 1 minute. ES is pushing lower. That's so fucked. NQ never gave me a retracement. Maybe we have a 5-minute here. We could get some good confluences to go buy side now. Alright. I'm going to get rid of this because we already know that. Actually, no, I want to keep that on for my SMT. I'm probably going to get... Got a minute 15. Bro, I'm at... No fucking way. Just comes all the way down to sweep it. I'd fucking tweak. I wonder if Darius took a trade today more. 50 seconds. 50 seconds, motherfucker. I'm just getting ready to mark this shit up because... Wow. Yeah, we're talking about the 4 a.m. one. I'm just going to mark that out. A little messy. Well, I could even mark that one out because this came to the low we made at 2 a.m. Was that at here too? 2 a.m. 1 a.m. Either way, we have a fucking SMT. 19 seconds. 2 SMTs in the same fucking day. What the fuck? How often do you see that? High time frame SMTs too. SMT. And Q gave us that. And it opens. Alright. We have an SMT. SMT. So as you can see right here, we have the lower here that got swept on NQ. ES never swept. We're thinking buy side now. We are thinking buy side. Fuck, that is so sloppy. Alright. Let's just mark shit up on NQ now. 5-minute gap right here. 5-minute gap right here. Probably a 15-minute gap coming soon. 14 minutes, yeah, not for a while. We have a 15-minute gap right through here, though. That might mark out because that's a high time frame gap. And then we have a gap right here on the 5-minute. And get rid of lows here soon. I will. Wow. Fucking wow. It literally, what did I fucking say earlier in the video? It could come all the way down to this gap. Bro, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. FOMO's a bitch. ES is still sitting consolidated. But does it have anything to break structure on? I mean, that most recent break of structure would be right here on that high. So I don't fucking know. I don't think it does that. I think it sweeps. That's so stupid, bro. What the Fuck. Let's look at the 1 hour. Look, bro, this whole move this morning. Straight continuation of the trend. We came back down on this candle. If we go to the 5 minute, you would see it, but damn, that's a fucking bitch. Like I said, so I don't know what price is going to want to do now, because it could either inverse. So we have a draw on liquidity right here. Right here. Up candle, down candle. We're in an uptrend. We have a low. Down candle, up candle, down candle, up candle. As we're in an uptrend, you mark out the lows. And we also have a 1 hour gap. So it could either fill in this gap to then give us a reason to go higher. We filled in gap, we filled in price, and balanced price action to then move higher. Or we could inverse this gap. So let's just draw this out. Price could come into here, fill it, and then push higher. Or price could come into it, inverse it. If it inverses, I think it will want to come down to these lows. Shorts really were the fucking thing today. I want to see if TJR actually... I want to see if TJR posted. Like, dude, I swear, if I get on Instagram and that motherfucker already hit take profits, I'm gonna fucking tweak, because I don't know what he entered off of. Market intuition at the end of the day, like, his bias, I'm assuming, was fucking continuation of shorts. But for me, it's like I gotta see some confluences other than a break of structure. At least a 1 minute or a 2 minute retrace into a gap, which we never fucking got. We never got that shit. We're rejecting right now. I don't know off of what. Oh, Beast also won. Damn, I just realized I can pause the recording. So when I go to take a shit, bro, that's crazy as fuck. I'm an idiot. I'm done with that shit. Alright, I'm gonna go see what TJR posted. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, man. Alright, so either, I mean, he's in Europe right now. Maybe he's just not trading. I don't think he's traded all week. And we tapped into that in the 1 hour. I was looking at my phone. We're just tapping into it. Maybe see some rejection out of that. We made a higher low right here on ES, a lower low on NASDAQ. I'm not seeing much of anything off of that. Let's look here. If we take this to the low, no, I'm looking at that round. That's for fucking shorts. Well, I think ES is going to want to sweep this low, but it might just be waiting for NQ to fill in this gap, and then we reject out of it. If it inverses this, it could just inverse that gap to then go lower. So ES would trend lower. But it could just fill this gap because it's already swept out sell side liquidity, so I can get rid of this and just focus on the gap, actually. We got another hour on that, so I might not see much off of it, but oh, for a while. Hold up, yo. I'm rocking a new hairstyle, actually. Type shit. Look like old money, for real. Lord Farquaad having real shit though. I'm gonna get this shit like faded up, and then I can have that flow in the back. I already got some texture on top. But yeah, I used to have hair like this, but it was like literally no texture whatsoever. Because I didn't have the best hair. Now I do. Holy shit, my shit is laggy. And that's another thing why I don't fucking like to record these whole streams, is because it fucking kills my battery. Who knows, my laptop could be close to dead by the time this is done. If anything, I might cut the video short and post it on YouTube, because I've already recorded it. Why not? Cut the video short, post it on YouTube, and then end up, if I take a trade, I'll post it on social media or some shit. Or what I entered off of it is something. Yesterday's price action was disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. I never recorded this. But I had the same exact fucking bias. Let me look. Excuse me. Yeah, because we have previous session manipulation. If we go into here, when the session opens, it manipulates highs all throughout here that we had over here. Manipulates the highs. And I was thinking, alright, if we don't get the reversal during London session, we'll probably get it during New York. And I was like, okay, well, with new money coming into the market, we didn't get the reversal for London session, so I'm expecting a reversal in New York. But obviously, market's going to want to manipulate highs before it can do that. And it manipulated highs all the way up into here at the New York session once it opened. And then what do we see? Reversal. No entries off of this yesterday. Straight up reversal, though. Oh my gosh, it's such a big move. It's giving me deja vu, because today was an SMT, but look at that fucking move. Such a big move down. I'd like to see us come up. Pause. I'd like to see us come in inverse this gap, though. If anything, come up and inverse the gap. Because that'd be my first confirmation confluence. Tied in with that SMT, though. Well, let's look on ES. See what ES is doing. Nothing. Fucking nothing. It is the 1 hour, though. Maybe it wasn't SMT, but we'll see. Either way, we swept sell-side liquidity at NQ. And ES has not swept any sell-side. It's literally just been sitting here. Grotesque price action. Yeah, we're really rejecting off this gap right now, but like I said, this is a 1 hour. It can literally just come all the way back down. But if we go to the 5 minute, that means we're pushing up. Holy mess of a chart. I'll get rid of this though. I'll probably get rid of. I'll keep that just to keep that SMT in mind. Oh wow, no way. That's even better. That's even better. We can get a 5 minute inverse right here, so we can get our 5 minute confirmation confluence right here on NQ. If we get that, it's looking pretty nice. That's step one. Step one is liquidity. Step two is your inverse fair value gap or breaker structure, but in the 5 minute, we don't have a fucking candle to break structure on at all within here. Just gaps, which is fine. We have 4 minutes on this. See if it inverses it. Ideally, I'd like to see it inverse this gap and go inverse this one. And then, have a fair value gap in between here. Say it's just one nice big candle up. Have a fair value gap in between there. Drawing out hypotheticals today. Inverses this. So price comes. Damn, I hit the wrong thing. Price comes all the way up, inverses, and then it retraces down into this fair value gap. What would be nice after that? Ooh. A 2 minute, 1 minute inverse. Retrace, break a structure. Long that bitch. Long that bitch. Do we have an order block? Shit, we could be getting a fucking order block, which would be nuts. ES is pushing higher now, but ES has nothing. Like I just don't like how ES looks. NQ, I might get in. I'd probably get it on, but entry might be shorter. All right, I need to get that color off my shit. Dun, 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 dun. I like to play some pasta right now and just get some. Dun, 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 dun. Highly autistic. Holy shit, check that hair. Oh. Get a goatee going too. Sauce, that would be so fucking sauce. Get a goatee. And I'm cutting. So it brings out my jawline, right? We're really rejecting on this gap. We got 2 minutes left. ES. Yeah, ES is breaker structure when it be, down candle, up candle. Maybe that's your break. I'm going to keep an eye on ES in case it gives me a bullish fair value gap to come retrace into and then fucking. But as of right now, ES has no 5-minute fair value gap to even inverse, which I prefer inverses over the breaker structures. But for entries, I like an inverse fair value gap retrace tied in with the breaker structure. Before, actually, I was just entering off the inverse fair value gaps after I had all my other confluences, which I guess is fine, but it's not really snipe. Those are kind of meh entries. I was actually like looking into it for like a whole week on why I shouldn't be doing that and why it's better, the pros and cons to wait for the retrace and then enter on the breaker structure. And for me, it just makes more sense because when I'm entering on the breaker structure, it's a structure shift. I'm entering on structured shift, which allows me, let's say if it's lawns, I can put my stops at the low right here. Oh, my camera's in the way. Low right here, and then fucking take profits somewhere else. Whereas with the inverse fair value gap, I just kind of put it like slightly below the fair value gap that it inversed. I was like, it's not ideal, in my opinion. I might take less trades then too, waiting for that retrace. Price might just push beyond my point without getting me the retrace and breaker structure. But either way, like if I'm waiting for all those confluences and I get to retrace after the inverse fair value gap and that breaker structure, that's a fucking A+ setup. Like, depends on what else you get. So fucking crazy. Like a year ago, not even 8 months ago, I started like learning how to trade for my buddy, and he'd live stream, and I literally would like, and we weren't even really friends. Like this dude just gave me his fucking Discord because I was dating his friend's girl. Oh, hold up. My buddy, his cousin's girlfriend. I'm thinking too much, bro. What the fuck? You rock one of these fucking mints and you're ready to be locked in. I'm locked in on the charts, but when it comes to other shit, I zone out. I could give a fuck about. Either way, he literally, he helped me with this shit, just understanding I would call this dude, text this dude, and I still want to do that, like, pause. But I want to just get advice off of it, because he literally was a mentor to me in that aspect. But now it's like I see a lot of this shit. Sometimes I question if I'm marking it up wrong, like with the SMT. I believe this was for sure an SMT. This maybe. This had him in an SMT, especially with that drastic move down. Insane. Holy shit. 5-minute closed. Bullish. We could be getting a fair value gap to retrace into for this candle, but we'll see. Ideally, we inverse this one. We already got our inverse. And now, if this closes, all I'm waiting for is a retrace into that. Would this be considered an order block? Good fucking question. Let's mark this up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit. We could be getting an order block too. Oh my, make my fucking day, why don't you? We can get rid of this gap. We know we inverse that shit. Ideally, I want to see a gap in between here. We fill it. We'll push out of it. We inverse a gap around here. Even if not, we have a fucking 1-minute gaps. I thought. It's mainly just 5. We could be entering off a 5-minute inverse, 1-minute retrace, 1-minute breaker structure. We got 3 minutes on this. Hold up. All right. Dude, I'm thinking about seeing that new F1 movie. I low-key have never been into F1 in my life. When I was younger, I liked NASCAR, but I grew out of that. I liked basketball and football more. Now I really don't ever watch sports. Still think they're cool, though. I watch, like, UFC. But F1, dude, that movie, I just keep seeing fucking edits of that shit, and low-key, it's propaganda to make people like F1. Because that shit's honestly kind of interesting. Yeah. How long have we been recording? 50 minutes. 51 minutes. Wow. Oh my gosh, this could be... Who's fucking texting me? This dude in Discord posted, no trades taken today, had a crazy dump with no retrace, and Project X, Alpha Ticks, and Top Step X were down. I don't have Top Step X, but fuck. I'm going to be switching over to it sooner than later. That's why I have this shit up. Looks pretty clean, though. Kind of like how it's set up, but it'll definitely take some getting used to. Top Step X. Yeah. The ultimate trading experience. We did have that crazy fucking dump with no retrace. That was retarded, but honestly, we could begin a retrace here too, buddy. It's still early in the day. He probably got shit going on. That boy's profitable, even though he's busy. Oh my gosh. Inverse his fucking gap and then give me a fucking retrace into this. And I believe we have an order block. Potentially. Between here. What I do? Cock. OC. We got that order cock. Because we swept that 1 hour low. And on that sweep, we have 3 big bullish candles off of that. Yeah, that's a 5-minute order block if you tell me. ES is pushing really... ES could sweep. Ideally, before ES comes and takes out highs up here and even this high up here and potentially reverses off of it. Well, NQ's all the way down here. I'd like... so you got to watch out for SMTs for your entries, but then also like where your take profits are. Something I've been looking into. 9 seconds on this close. Start blowing on the candle. Even if we don't get the inverse, like all I need is a fill, either in this for value gap or these. I'd like to see it. We didn't get the inverse. I'd like to see it actually come back down now. Let's look at equilibrium. That'd be such a cherry on top, motherfucker. That's for shorts, though. The fuck? This is a discounted price. That's to go shorter. What if I put it up here? Because I think I'm looking at it wrong. Low up to the high. I'm doing that really wrong because I need to do it like this. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, come back down, bro. Come back down into the order cock. Fill in. Reject out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No fucking way. Alright. Let's go to the 2 minute. Let's go to the 2 minute. Do you have anything we can inverse? We have a 2 minute we could inverse over here. Holy fuck it. That is perfect fucking timing. Oh my gosh. This is a legendary video already. I don't want it to invalidate the order block though. Or that for value gap. I'd like it to respect both. But we got 3 minutes to tell that. Wow, bro. Wow. Wow, dog. That's so fucking dope. I'm assuming ES is coming back out. ES is pushing back lower. Oh my gosh, is that fucking nice. Dude, Devin, you're going to love this video. Watch this whole fucking video, I swear. This is just like... People say this shit is trading to fucking scam. Lily, why do I have shit marked out here that price keeps returning to, huh? Beginning of the video, I said we'll probably get a continuation of this trend to go lower. What do we get? We sadly didn't get a retrace on that. And then once we got this, I was like, okay, well, hopefully we can see some buy side, but I wait to react. I mark out my order cock. Fucking people don't even know what the fuck that is. Well, look what happens. Price draws right back down into it. Like, bro, that's so fucking sexy. That is honestly, dude, what? That dude's getting off the market? What the fuck are we talking about? He probably busy. He probably is busy. Ideally. Oh, even if we could get a 2-minute inverse here, that's so much better than a fucking entry up here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get rid of this line because we don't need it. I'm going to get rid of this line because we don't need it. I want to keep that line up there. Chart does look a little messy, but it makes sense to me. We have a gap right here, probably a 5-minute gap, I believe. We have a 2-minute gap right here, a 5-minute gap probably right here. And we have a 5-minute that I retraced into and a 5-minute order block that I just retraced into. What the fuck are you talking about? Trading's a fucking scam. Maybe you're just a fucking idiot. You don't fucking put enough time into this shit. That'll piss me off because like there's people who will put like a fucking month's worth of time into a skill, and then obviously they'll half-ass it if they're only putting a fucking month's worth in, and then they're like, it's a scam, it doesn't work. Shut the fuck up. Your brain doesn't fucking work. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm aggressive right now. I'm very aggressive. Alright. Autism is off the fucking walls right now. 15 seconds we can get this closed. Ideally, we'll have a fair value gap right here that I believe will fucking inverse. I'm going to wait 8 seconds before I even really change this. Yeah, we're getting a fucking... Dude, that is so perfect. And orders were filled in that order block. Not completely, but it's respecting the order block. 5-minute closes in 50 seconds. If it can close as a fill and not close into it, even if it closes into it, that's fine. ES is trending lower. What did I say? Dude, literally that was perfect time. I was like, I'd like to see ES trend lower, but in order for it to do that, NQ is going to have to come down into this 5-minute fair value gap and the 5-minute order block. And then as soon as I said that, you just see the fucking candle all the way down into there. How fucking amazing is that? All right, we got 30 seconds on that. We have a 2-minute gap right here that we could end up fucking around with. If we inverse this, we get a retrace on the 1 minute and then a 1 minute breaker structure. I'm entering in lawns. I'm targeting highs probably up to here. We'll be targeting fair value gaps. I'll probably do actually a pretty decent risk. So we have let's just run through the confluences. We have a liquidity sweep. We have, on top of that liquidity sweep, we have a 5-minute inverse fair value gap. We had a 5-minute continuation confluence. All we would need now is our 2-minute or 1-minute inverse fair value gap, retrace breaker structure, A+ setup. On top of equilibrium, if we're marking out the low to the high, we're in discount right now. So I'd like to see us, like, we're obviously playing around in here. I'd like to see it not come below this gap, this order block. And I'd like to see it, show continuation out of discounted price. And I'm entering in lawns on the 15-minute, and I would target, maybe we have a whole gap in here. We could see what it does. It could either consolidate into this gap that we have right through here and sit there the rest of the day, or it could inverse that to go tap into this gap we have right through here, fill it, and then go lower, or inverse it to come all the way up to this, sweep out this high, and then maybe even go to this high. We have shit we can target. We have take profits. Got to watch out for SMTs. Ideally, though, this could completely get invalidated. I don't know if it will or will not. Oh, dude, I hope I can catch a setup, though, like a good setup, because I don't want to record a whole fucking hour worth of this and then have good confluences on this chart, but then not have any setups taken. But we'll see. I'm fucking energetic today. I know I yawn, but I really got up at 4:50. I went and did some fasted cardio till like 5:30. I came home. I hopped in the sauna. I got out. I made my food, eggs, rice. I was bumping some house music, getting into the fucking groove, getting ready to attack the day. And I did my journal. I read my notebook, and I did some self-reflecting in that sauna. I did some meditation in that sauna. Yeah, it's honestly been an incredible day. And I'm gonna go to work tonight, even if I catch a setup or not. I'm gonna go to work tonight feeling fucking great because I'm gonna be excited to do it all over again. It's all about routine. A lot of you see these rich people, and they'll have like these crazy fucking morning routines, like Mark Wahlberg, for example. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, honestly, to be honest, like if you're trying to get rich when you're not, you shouldn't have a fucking 3 hour morning routine or a 2 hour morning routine. Like start small habits, atomic habits. I love that book. Wake up, get some electrolytes going, drink some water, brush your teeth, shower, or even go on a walk, sauna, make your bed. Start with shit small, and that's already starting you off with a productive day. And it can really change your day. You don't need a fucking crazy morning routine where it's like a 2 hour workout, a 5 minute cold plunge, a 30-minute sauna, some stretching, some meditation on top of that, some journaling. Like, bro, your day would be for me, my day would be halfway over. Now, obviously, if I had a lot of fucking money, then yeah, I would do that because that's biohacking. Like, if I had the time of the day to just be fucking ripping just biohacking routines, I'd do it because it would just make me better. But it's like, obviously, if you have if you're trying to get a side hustle going, but you also have a fucking 9 to 5, like, bro, you're not going to be able to do all that shit. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. But yeah, just be realistic with yourself. Like, you're not going to have all the time in the day to fucking keep improving yourself. So it's like, and that's with all these other avenues. Like, just focus on one lane and fucking master it. Focus on one skill and master it. For me right now, it's literally discipline. Just waking up early, I hate it. Every morning, you think it would get easier, but no, every morning I hear that fucking alarm, I'm like, fuck this. I get up, I immediately don't want to go for a walk, but I go outside to do my fasted cardio. I don't even want to walk, but I do fasted cardio. And then I come home and I want to just kind of relax and maybe scroll or some shit. Nope, I sit in the sauna with nothing to fucking distract me. It's just me and my mind. Self-reflect, I meditate, and I tell myself, like, just positive affirmations of what I am, who I am. Believe in that shit. And then that's all discipline. It's doing shit where there's no reward, but I know it's going to make me better over time. And then that's literally eating healthy. Like, that's a reward in itself. You'll feel incredible. I just feel more energetic. I look better, skin wise, body wise. It's incredible to eat whole foods, actual whole foods. And then literally just sitting down doing, like, even like on days like this, on the days I work, I have like only an hour and a half of deep work I could get done, and then it's just staring at the charts. But still, that's still good enough. All you need is an hour to 3 hours a day. And then on days where I don't work, I'll try to put like 4 or 5. Uh-oh. That. I'll try to put, like, days I don't work, I'll try to put like 4 to 5 hours in of work, which are my favorite days, because then I can literally just dive into this shit. Become obsessed. Anyways, talking more about this, that gap has not got inversed on the 5 minute. This has just gotten filled even more. I think we start pushing bullish now. Look at that fucking doji on it. Yes. Let's go to NQ. We're pushing out of discounted price now. We can get a 2 minute inverse. Well, this would have been a 2 minute inverse, would it not? No way. Hold up, I'm just going to see if we got a retrace. 1 minute. No retrace. We did get the 2 minute inverse, though. Mark that up. Either we get a retrace here and enter lawns, or we end up inversing this, retrace, and enter lawns. We have a 2 minute gap that we just inversed on this. And then on top of that, we're tapping into this that we could reject off of it. And get a retrace. Let me go to my notes real quick. Yeah. I'd like to see a down candle and an up candle, setting my new low. And then up candle is ideally breaking structure, and then stops at the low, the recent low, most recent low, and then target highs. Take profits. But we are not going to retrace. We could get a retrace on this candle, but ideally we're just consolidating in between here. We're just picking and choosing. It could either come back down and inverse the 2-minute gap. Wait a second. The 5-minute gap, which it has not done, or we have the 2-minute gap that it can go in inverse. Ideally, fill in here, come back down, retrace, break a structure. Which we got a minute to see, and we're getting a retrace right now. I like to see that low get set pretty nice and low. If anything, if I get stopped out here, if we inverse again and get the same thing, I'm going to enter in lawns again. But we have a down candle forming here in the next 40 seconds. The low would be, as of right now, oh yeah, this is looking sexy. All right. I'm like fucking tweaking right now. I better be locked in. I'm patient and I'm calm with this. It's like at the end of the day, the goal is to predict price. Money is a side factor of it. We'll see what it does. Wow. All right. Break of structure would be here. What does that long position look like? So you enter in right here. Stops at this low. Ooh, we'll see. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. All right. We're already getting that. So it stops 22936. 22936.00. Disable risk $100. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame actually and target gaps. Actually, let's go to 1 minute. We still got 20 seconds on that. Hopefully it will break structure. Yeah, did we get the break? We never got the break. That's fucked. Alright. That's okay. We're not entering in there yet. Well, we could get actually a better entry, because if we break here, we could get literally a slightly better entry. We'll see. Damn, dude. Fuck. If this shit plays out today, I'm able to talk my shit and drop my balls. Because people say this shit doesn't work. Why do I have... If this shit didn't work, why would I have all these fucking things on my screen? All this shit. And, like, even just, like, earlier in the day, when I had this fair value got marked down to low, price came down to that point. I had highs up here that price ended up coming down to. I had a high up here that I marked yesterday. Last night at, like, 10 p.m. What does price do? It comes to it. Price will probably come to this point, which is an all-time high. Do I think we hit all-time highs today? I don't know. All right. Okay, let's quit fucking around here. Stop. New stops would be 22937. I love that it'll calculate stops. If we get a break of structure past these highs, I'm in, but we have 30 seconds for that. And we could just end up taking a loss on this. That is a complete possibility, but I like the setup because we had a liquidity sweep on the 1 hour. We had a 5-minute inverse fair value gap. We had a 5-minute retrace into a fair value gap and an order block. We pushed out of that. On top of that, we pushed out of that, came back down into the order block again, and we were in discounted price. Pushed out of the discounted price, got a 2-minute inverse fair value gap and a retrace. Now we're waiting for... ideally a break of structure, which we are not fucking getting. Wow. No way you're about to fucking do this now. That's cooked. I say, bro. We're not doing this bullshit today. We're not doing this NASDAQ. NASDAQ fucking on my mask, right? We could get the break. Down candle, up candle. Up candle, down candle. If it breaks past that, I'm in. Please don't push super. Oh, it's pushing past it. Come back down a little, bro. I want to enter on the candle close. Wow, this shit is not going to give me that fucking entry. All right, we got the break. That's a shitty entry, but it's okay. All right, let's target. All right, we have the 5 minute up here. We have a 5 minute gap that I think it's going to want to come in inverse. Ideally, we could reject off this 2 minute that closes in 40 seconds. Let's get rid of this actually. Set take profits correctly. Let's be smart. 15 minute. We have this whole 15-minute gap that we could come and fill, but ideally, I'm gonna take profit on this inverse. Ah, that's so cooked, brother. That is so cooked. The entry was shit. But I mean, it gave me the break of structure, and we had that retrace. I mean, even the 2 minute gave us the retrace. We're up 20 ticks right now. Let's see where this goes. This could be a loss on the day, though. Risk to reward wasn't great, and on this 2 minute, I mean, we'll see with what we get on the 2 minute. We inverse on the 2 minute. Yeah, I mean, we can come back down, but I don't think if we come back down to this low, we are breaking structure, bullish structure. We're confirming bearish structure. We're confirming that we're disrespecting bullish structure if we come back down in that low. But if we go to the 5 minute, then we can get rid of this gap right here on my low. We have this gap right here that we filled in before. We filled in, we rejected down to go fill in more in here. I think we're going to want to honestly inverse this gap, come up into this gap, and either reject off of this gap, which then I'm going to take profits right here actually for half of my position, and it could come all the way up into this gap, which would be a 1 to 3, which would be really nice. But right now we're going to put ideally right here, selling it. We'll be selling off. How many contracts do we have? Actually 2. That's fucked. We'll be selling off 1. Perfect. Perfection. All right. Yeah, we're in the trade right now. Bro, the magnet can be so clutch sometimes, but also so annoying. Yeah, this risk reward isn't great. It's almost a 1 to 2. But at the end of the day, this strat was there. It's not like a negative RR. It's just a 1 to 1.64. 1 to 1.64. But I mean, ideally, it's not looking bad. I mean, if we are looking at higher time frames, we're tapping this, we're filling this. The 5 minute just closed, filling it, not inversing, so that's not really sexy. Stops. Can I move my stops up? Should I move my stops up? I think right now I'm going to leave my stops where they are. But if we get some fair value gaps to put it under, then we have a 2 minute right here, I can put it right under. But it could come down to want to fill this, or it could come up. I think we inverse, but that's me being hopeful, me having these hopes and aspirations. We're at 48 ticks, 58 ticks, 60 ticks. We have 4 minutes left in the inverse. This could be out. Like I said, it looks like it's going to inverse it. This shit could come crashing right down. So we'll see. Ideally, I do not know, but I like the setup on what it is. I gotta text one of my buddies after this trade. Ideally, this is the setup for the day for me, though, because, I mean, I'm usually a one-and-done guy. I don't like to take 2 trades. When I was taking 2 trades, I first started, and I was revenge trading when I took 2 trades. So I was just like, all right, I'm sticking to 1 trade only, and just fucking deal with it. Whether win or loss, deal with it, move on to the next day. The trade recap today is going to be fire as fuck, though. I'll tell you that much. I don't even need to really make a trade recap. I talked about my whole thought process with this and what I was seeing. It's just very messy. Wow, is this fucking awesome. I feel like TJR with the trade recap. Hold on, I'm gonna get a browser open real quick. I need Tradeovate open. Just in case we get order filled, stop filled. Right? I like to hear it. Either makes me feel really good or really shit. Alright, perfect. Yeah, we're there. Alright. Solid. Solid, dude. Yeah, we're pushing higher. I mean, we go to the 5 minute. We got 1 minute left, 2 minutes left. If it inverses this, it's highly likely I think it's going to want to come up into here, but it could fill this. This is such a small gap, though. Could reject off of it, but it is a 5 minute. Now it's just a game of waiting and some patience. I might doom scroll a little or something. I don't know. I had an F1 game on my phone. Like I said, I've been fucking really getting into F1. No trades taken today. Oh, my girlfriend texted me. I get you. High on me. High up through the day, out through the night. High on me. I believe if we inverse this, like that's just confirming bullish order flow. That we're continuing this bullish order flow. We're in bullish order flow if we get that inverse. If we don't, I don't know, because we filled this in as many times as we really need to. I'd like to see some strong bullish close on this candle. Get you high on me, high up through the day, up through the night, high on me. I wonder what my original entry would have been on that. Because what was it, a 1 minute? No, I was looking for a... Yeah, because I entered in right here. I wonder if we got that close, let's just say, right here, which was ideally where I wanted it. Stops right there. Take profits up to here. Oh, that would have been such a better fucking trade, dude. The risk reward would have been better. That's fucked. That's okay, though, because I like the setup. 1 to 1.64. It's not it's not a 1 to 1 exactly, but it's not a 1 to 2, right? That's a little above the median range. We're 70 ticks right now. We have 30 seconds on this 5 minute close, so this is probably going to dictate where this fucking trade goes in the next 30 seconds. A little nervy. I'm not. At the end of the day, it's like, why enter the trade if you're not willing to lose money? You know, you got to take that risk. And I found my edge in the market. This is literally my setup exactly. On top of that, I mean, equilibrium as well. Because, I mean, if you even mark this out, like from this low that we had, damn, motherfucker, I gotta turn that magnet back on. See, it's nice, and then it's also not. We even mark it from this low to this high. We literally, this is the 0.5 part, we came back down at the discount price and pushed out of that. And we just got a 5 minute close inverse. I think this thing runs up to my take profit. I've had so much better risk rewards. I've had trades where it's like 1 to 12 risk rewards, 1 to 10, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, all types of risk rewards, not 1 to 16s or 1 to 15s. I've had trades where I could have gotten those. So I can't remember the last time I took a 1 to 1, but the setup was there. We'll see what we do now here. We're getting we got the inverse. We're getting a little bit of rejection. Just maybe give us a break of structure to push higher. Yeah, because we got that inverse. Yeah, we were just up 80 ticks. Now we're up 20 ticks. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Ideally, I don't think I should put my stops up higher. This is a 1 to 1. I could move them close to break even, but at the end of the day, it's like they could just come fill in my gap, pause, and then push higher. Ideally, I think it might just come down into this gap right here, which is what it's just doing, and now it's rejecting off of it, like I was just going to say. But we could come and inverse it, and then it comes from my stops, which if we inverse it, I don't think it's looking good in my opinion. But wow, that is some really strong rejection off of that gap. I literally was going to say, I think we come into this gap right here, and I can mark that out. This is a 1 minute gap, so it doesn't hold much power, but it does at the same time. Wait, a 1 minute gap right here. I'm like, it could be coming down to push into here, inverse it, and then probably go for my stops, or tap into it, fill orders here to then give us a reason to move higher because orders were filled. This was imbalanced price action that we would just went and just filled. Now look where we are now. But it could come right back down to it. We'll see. Get you high on me, higher through the day, on through the night, high on me. It's so nice still being in the trade already at like 9:20, 9:30. How long have I been in this trade? I got in it at 9:37. Same thing. Yeah, if ideally I'm just taking profits out here to play it smart. I don't want to be too aggressive. So it would be a small gain if it comes all the way up into this gap. But I mean, this shit could, like I said, if it inverses this, I'm pretty sure it will want to come up into here, either fill in this gap or inverse it to come up into here, fill this gap or inverse it, and then all the way up into here. Which this trade, if it goes all the way to all-time highs, it'd be a 1-7. Damn. So this shit's all about fucking building. You know, once I have an account where it's big enough where I'm comfortable risking more, I could actually leave bigger take profits where my first take profit could be here. But I still have like 5 contracts on, and then another contract here, 3 contracts on, another contract here, 2 contracts on, another contract, you know, maybe up to this high, 1 contract on left, and then target here, right? But ideally it's looking pretty nice. Looking very good, very nice. Looking very good, very nice. I'd actually like to see this hold up. I'm going on my trade of 8. I mean, it's looking good. It's 100% looking good. But you never know. Devin, you're going to love this video today, bro. You should. If you don't, you're ungrateful, bitch. I'm just kidding. And that's the thing, too, is trading micros. Like, once I get to the point where I'm trading 500K accounts, I'll be trading minis over time. And then at that point, it's like, bro, that's money. That's a money maker. Imagine, like, you hit a 1 to 2, you're risking $500. All right, that's $1,000 across 5 accounts. That's 5 bands in the day. Oh, you take like 10, 11 trades a month, let's just say 70%, 80% win rate with a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 RR. Brother, that's money. That's money. Holy shit, bro. I also like recording these videos because I just talk to myself. Love doing that. Don't got nobody to talk to myself. Ideally, that's looking good. I mean, do we have 2 minute gaps? We have a 2 minute gap here that we keep filling and respecting, and a gap here. There's this gap right here that we keep respecting. Have we inversed it yet? We just inversed it slightly. I think there's no reason we don't go for these highs. Like, seriously, I mean, the 5 minute gap, there's no reason we don't go to it and at least tap into it. Let's look at ES though. Yeah, ES is sweeping. Holy fuck, dude. ES is fucking crazy, dude. Holy shit. That's something to look out for. That is something to look out for. Because ES now has swept. Therefore, NQ doesn't have to sweep. Wow, bro. I'd like it to not see it come down. But ES has swept all the way up here, and NQ is not. These damn pairs, dude, they like to have some of their fun. Wow, bro. Holy fuck. What a fucking move on ES. I'm thinking this hits my TP, though. But it could reverse. And let's just keep looking at ES. ES is pushing higher. I think we hit TP. Without a doubt, bro. There's no way. Because I think ES is going to want to come all the way up to all-time highs up here. It's going to want to touch into this line. And if it does, then yeah, I'm pretty confident this trade goes long. But we could see something different here. A little 1 to 1.65 on the day, maybe? Maybe target a little more. We'll see. Half the position, though, was on 1 to 1.65. Oh, boy. I wonder if one of my buddies got in on a trade here. That's so cool because the more I started trading and just talking about it, the more friends I've made from it. And like real fucking friends that are like not bullshitting you about their success. They're like, yo, yeah, here's the receipts, here's this. Or it's just maybe they're even on their way to success. And then it's just me supporting them supporting me. It's a fucking great dynamic. Yeah, we're seeing some rejection now. I mean, ES, I'm assuming, is having a black candle. Yep. I might take out, put my stops at break even. Ideally, I'm putting my stops at break even. Stops are going break even. I got shit I gotta do today too. So I mean, we'll see what it does here. We'll eat some fucking tuna after this. Ugh. I said, just give me that sweep. I'll take out full position right here if you give me that sweep. I'm just kidding. I want to ride it. Dude, I just think this chart is so clean. If you know, like, if the gaps don't fucking make you want to throw up. Because obviously these are all different time frame gaps, right? But it's just, dude, oh yeah. It's just so fucking clean. Like, even my take profit, my stop loss, I love the take profit color. I'm a blue guy, though. So, I mean, and take profit 1, ideally, could be getting hit here. ES is going to target that without a doubt. ES takes that out. It's gotta, bro. Yeah, we're about to fucking hit TP. 110 ticks, 150. What would it be? 120 ticks. Take profit. Nothing crazy. Damn, I fucking max at fucking 15%. Let's not play games here, right? I mean, that's another thing we just to pay attention to here. We're in the 5 minute now. We're filling orders within it, which we could reject out of, which it's looking like it, or we could inverse it. Do we have a 5 minute gap? Oh no. 20 seconds on this. This is going to tell me everything I need to know. It's not looking good right now. Not looking good at all. Well, ES is rejecting because ES doesn't need to fucking sweep that shit out now, you bitch. You bitch, ES. You little bitch. Yep, and here we go. We got the close. And here comes the down candle. Yep. Well, like I said, we could inverse it still. All I know is we're respecting the fair value gap right now. I'd like to see it disrespect the fuck out of it. Keep you high on me, high through the day or through the night, high on me. Yeah, ideally, this shit fucking inverses, but we'll see. I could have put my TP right here, but even the RR there is. Blech. Blech. 1 to 1s, baby. Yeah, the only gap we could come back down into to fill again to push higher is this one, but we already did that. And we might consolidate the rest of the day. I was up 120 ticks. Damn, that's crazy. move my stops down to here because it could just come and fill that gap again. It could come on and fill that gap again to then go higher, but I mean, ideally, it already fucking tapped into it. If it inverses it, though, this trade's over. If it inverses this bullish gap, the trade's over. If it inverses that bearish gap up here, me likey. We got 2 minutes on that. ES is, I'm assuming, pushing lower. We have a 5-minute gap here. ES could go and fill to go higher, too. Something to note. Ideally, I wouldn't want to see it come down and fill this gap to then go higher because it's closer to my stop. Ideally, I'd just like to see it go fucking take that take profit, because if it takes that take profit, I fucking take a dub. But I mean, that buy side liquidity, not take profit. If it hits this buy side liquidity up here, my take profit gets hit on NQ. Easy on mine, just say what you want. Oh, and we're back at break even. Alright. I'm assuming ES is coming down into that 5-minute. Yeah, dude, for it to fucking fill that, oh, that's disgusting. I'm gonna want to throw up. I think that would stop me out. If ES comes down and fills that gap, NQ, why wouldn't it stop me out? But we tapped in that gap and we're respecting it. But we still have 1:30 on this candle close. I like to just see a bullish candle off of this. I'd like to see a complete reversal on this candle. Close bullish. Give me some hopes. Give me some hopes and aspirations. Alright. Easy minds, this is what you want. If I lose this trade, I'm gonna hit my girlfriend. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It would get close to stopping me out if it wanted to fill that gap. Real damn close. On ES, no. But we'll see. As of right now, I'm not upset with the trade. I'm not salty about what I'm seeing. Like, I know it has still a good possibility. Because, I mean, all these confluences backing it. It's likely that that's just my edge in the market. Like, I know that it's most likely going to go up. But with ES already sweeping out highs, it doesn't have to. And it could just come down like it is right now. It could, like I said, because ES now could be giving us a reversal. Because we swept highs all the way up here. We already swept highs. It doesn't have to go up to here. It can just fucking trend lower. I don't want to see that at all. That's actually the opposite of what I want to see. I want to see this candle come all the way up to here. Because that means this candle comes all the way up to here. Alright? Alright. We could get an SMT though. Oh, fuck. Fuck. We're getting a fucking doji on this 5-minute. I don't want to see consolidation in this market right now. Either strong moves up or strong moves down. I want to see a Drake-sized candle to my take profit. Just say what you want to say. Yeah, as you can tell, trading's quite boring. But, I mean, it's quite interesting as well. It's very intriguing to me and how all this shit works. What's my laptop at? Yeah, I'm grabbing the charger. That's fucking cooked. Alright, plug this bit in. There we go. Come on, baby. Give me some good higher time frame power. Because if it inverses this, like, it's either going, then that's going to make its reversal because an ES swept that high. But it could just push higher because NQ wants to maybe tap into this gap. But we'll see. Blanca probably caught a bottom tick today, that motherfucker, with that rise. Don't understand it at all. That's another thing my trading school is because, like, people will trade literally, like, off of sunsets. Like, what time is the sunset in fucking Dubai, New York, London. Like, Blanca, that's what the rise shit is. And they'll fucking catch crazy trades with it. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't even understand how that works. And you have people who trade off pure intuition. Like, I watched a podcast TJR went on, and they were talking, this dude was talking about how, like, a lot of these dudes trade off of, like, I don't know what the fuck it is, I'm not an astrology person, but, like, astrology signs and shit. And, like, the timing of the market, they'll go talk to, like, a Buddha and, like, should I take this? Like, what the fuck? And they're profitable, really, really profitable. Then you'll have people like me who trade SM smart money concepts, and people will understand that, including myself, but then there's people who just don't fucking get it doesn't click with them. And they'll use a completely other strategy, it works. Like, there's so many different ways you can trade, but ideally it's kind of all the same. It's just what works best for you. I think rise is the most different, and it has to be, because supply and demand is just order blocks. But the rise fucking confluence has to be just so different, bro. It is fucking crazy. I want to end this so I can call my girlfriend, but then it's also like, I don't want to end it and then something like something important happens in the trade, and then it's like, oh, well, fuck, I gotta go over this now. Or they just let this shit hit take profit or stop loss. It's not looking bad at all right now, though. I'm actually liking what I'm seeing. Ooh, I say that and we get a doji. A doge. I'm maybe gonna play my F1 game while I'm sitting here. I already know what I need to be looking for. It's just like, fuck, dude. I don't want to see it come down and fill this fucking gap again. I don't even want to see it come close to that shit again. Max Verstappen. Bro, I'm like, I don't know what the fucking team to like in F1 either. Like, Ferrari, because my girlfriend likes Ferrari. Plus Charles Leclerc, I guess. I mean, I just always have had a thing for Ferraris, but I don't know how good their team is. I know Max Verstappen's fucking lethal, but it's like, sponsored by Oracle. I'm not gonna get political, but I fucking don't like Oracle. And Red Bull tastes like shit. Normal Red Bull, I guess. Wild berries. Red Bull Wild Berries is good, and their blue one. But their OG Red Bull tastes like shit. But then also, I've heard, like, Lewis Hamilton's on Ferrari. I've heard he's fucking, like, the GOAT. Well, people will consider him, like, one of the greatest. But then you also got Lando Norris and that fucking one dude. I don't know, Oscar Patel, Jester Patel. That's not his name. I'm thinking of the cookie version. I actually have no idea what the other dude's name is, but I've heard McLaren's pretty fucking good. And I like the colors. And that's the one thing I've always been into. Like, when it came to NASCAR, I literally liked Mountain Dew, Dale Earnhardt Jr., because I was like, yo, Mountain Dew. And the colors were fire. M&M's. I used to like Kyle Busch in NASCAR because they had the M&M car. But now it's like, I don't know. Ferrari, it's literally just it's the car. You got Mercedes too. You got McLaren, which is pretty fucking fire. Lando Norris. I don't know. I don't know. I think your other teams too. Hold on. F1 teams. 2026. You got Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren. I wouldn't do Mercedes. I wouldn't do Red Bull. So Ferrari, McLaren, Aston Martin, Alpine, Racing Bulls, Red Bull, Forward Powertrains. What the fuck? Audi? Audi and Ferrari short term than their own. What the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? They're like driving for Ferrari on the short term. Audi will formally enter Formula One. It's a somber team. This will happen with new engine rules coming into effect. The team is probably Germany based. I'm joking. Audi's my team, bro. Audi's the fucking squad. Let me look at F1 teams 2026. Audi. Let's look at the car. Yo. She looks pretty fire. Low key. Portiello. Okay, bro. Accept all. Damn. So race cars, Switzerland, powertrain, Germany. Yeah, bro. All right. That's pretty cool. Let's look at what the trade is. Consolidated. Okay, I actually want to look something up. Where was the other teams? We had Audi and F1 Cadillac. Who the fuck even drives for these boys? Dude, that is not what the fucking car looks like. Cadillac coming to... Yes, Cadillac is currently to be joining Formula 10 as 11 teams starting the 2026 season. Look at their car. Maybe this shit's hard, actually. Alright. It's not... What the fuck is this? You say Cadillac Formula 1 team. Let's see the fucking Formula 1 car. Maybe it's... Get into it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yo. Why is that shit? I mean, no way it's just going to be all black. Can I look at more of the car? Hold on, let's watch this shit. Let's watch this shit. Is that Hitler? I'm joking. Okay. They're already winning me over fucking... Okay, they got me hooked. This fucking shit's smoking hard. You're like a Daft Punk guy. Cool. That's kind of cool. New Cadillac from one team logo revealed. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to keep that shit up because I want to actually talk to my girlfriend about that. Oh, it filled that gap in again. That's so disgusting, bro. Just fucking... We might get consolidation the rest of the fucking day. Well, ES... Wait a second. No, wait. ES took it out? What? What the fuck? This is disgusting, bro. This makes me want to throw up. This is fucking grotesque. Damn, I got so hyped into that shit, I didn't even notice. ES swept out that high, which NQ did not move anything off of that. I'm a little nervous with this shit. I don't know if it's... Well, I'm just sitting negative ticks now. We got 2 minutes on that inverse. Yeah, we're getting stopped. We're going to put stops down here. Original place. Probably lose $100 on this. That's crazy as fuck, though. I want to just close out for profit, but I don't want to be an emotional little bitch. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. If it comes back down into that gap, though, I'm out of this fucking trade because that's ridiculous. On the next candle, you know. I like to just see some strong bullish reaction out of this, but... When we're getting some rejection, we've gotten rejection off of every time we've tapped into that 2 minute gap. It's a fucking 2 minute gap, bro. We don't need to be fucking... Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna throw up. Shit, 1-to-1 ain't looking too good. It's the name of the game, though. Fuck it. You win some, you lose some. I don't know, we could get some rejection if it inverses this. I'm assuming, yeah, great. It won't even give me time to fucking... I'm out of that trade. And that's a loss.
Order filled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Imagine it goes all the way back up. I'd fucking tweak, bro. I'd actually become suicidal. What is, how long is this? Almost a 2-hour long video. Wow. Anyways, yeah, that was literally the setup for today. Like I said, so you just go back through it to watch it. Daily bias was correct. We went short, but we got no retrace off of that, so I did not enter what this dude posts. Go for it, send me some shit. Alright. Yeah. Market comes down, sweeps out a 1 hour sell side liquidity. After we get that 1 hour sell side liquidity, market pushes up. We get a 5-minute inverse fair value gap, which is here we had a gap right between here. We inverse that. We tap into this 5-minute just to go fill in and reject out to go tap into this order block we had here in the 5-minute and a 5-minute fair value gap. Now I think about it, why wouldn't this trade go back up? Oh, I've never inversed this 5-minute order block. I want to watch this the rest of the day. I'm gonna have it marked up. I'm gonna leave a screenshot. But yeah, after we had that 5-minute retrace into the order block and the fair value gap, we had a 2-minute inverse fair value gap, which is right here. Very messy, but it's there. Just trying to zoom out. Right here, we had a 2-minute fair value gap. We inversed, we pushed down, we get a little retrace, we go to the 1 minute. So we inverse that gap. We get a retrace down off of that. We get a break of structure, a really shit entry. I would have preferred a better one. But then we were targeting highs, and honestly right now it would have gone close to stopping me out, but it didn't, and it's rejecting. Ooh, fuck me, brother. Fuck me. Yeah, that's the name of the game. I will upload on Snapchat, Instagram, or YouTube. Probably not YouTube, but if this goes to take profit, yeah, I'll post it. I'll be transparent. Alright, anyways, yeah, that's the stream for today. Took a loss on a 1 to 1.64. Ideally, I don't want to see this go up to take profit now, but it might. And at the end of the day, it's a learning lesson. I'm going to go cook some food. I'm going to do my trade recap on my phone and everything. Yeah, today was a rough day. Peace, motherfuckers. Peace.